Hey everybody, Artie here. We are on our second to last rift, and this is light. My light team is not very good, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and go through the concepts, show you what I'm using. I'm using monsters that should be really good at it, don't get me wrong, they're just not very well runed yet, and I'm working on that. So, the key to light, as you probably know, is just bringing the biggest single target nukes you've got. And I feel like I've got a pretty good team for that. I built the Wind Barbarian King pretty much just for this, but he's not runed well, and he's not skilled up all the way, and that is problematic. Hua-He as your reigning supreme Rift healer. Theo as your lead. Leica is just a fantastic frontliner, period. Also happens to do high nuke damage. Lagmaron is fantastic here. Any of your Chimeras with Squall will be amazing. Tor's probably the best of them for it, but I don't have a Tor. So, if you do, fantastic. And I've got Luna here, who is a special pet project of mine who really deserves better runes than she's got. But she does crazy good damage, and that's very helpful in Light Rift. So, we're going to go ahead and launch this. Not going to lie to you, I might die. I think that will stop after I finish ruining these guys, but... now the key to this, like I said, is going to be those single-hit, high-damage moves. You've got to be able to break this shield the boss does. And the shield, while it doesn't actually reduce the damage the boss takes, it reduces the damage of moves that hit more than once. And that does mean that things like, my most common brander is my Wind Homunculus, and that's fantastic, but, it doesn't work here. I do think Wind Barbarian King is an absolutely great option in here. If my Theo was runed better, I think I'd probably be a little more comfortable with this team. My Theo does not have very good runes on him, but it's enough to work, I guess. So that Wind Barb King having the 2-turn cooldown brand is huge. He does have the attack up for the team, which is great because it's not uncommon that Hua-He forgets to heal on cooldown, and when that happens, she she will end up costing you because her heal won't be powered up. And she's supposed to be able to power it up by herself. She just doesn't do that very often. Ugh, this is an ugly run. I apologize. This one, more than most, is kind of reliant on just building mons that are specifically for this one place. They don't even have another location that you use them. This is just what they're for. Also, you'll notice that my front lines often are monsters that have an anti-death mechanic. That is because you really want to bring 6 monsters that all have real damage to provide, and if they don't, then you're kind of wasting a whole bunch of potential. Oh no, Luna. Poor Luna. So like right here, both of those monsters should realistically be dead. But they're not, because, well, Leica's just a badass, and Theo had his Endure. Now, he's probably going to die anyway here, and that's okay. The goal is kill the boss before it has his proc, which we did. Yay us. I still probably kill this more often than I lose to it, but it's definitely one of my weakest rifts. I hate it. But you just kind of got to power through it. That's kind of fancy, though. So for that, you're definitely going to bring just your heaviest nukes. Lake is always a great one. Any of the Chimeras, if you happen to have a Shen, fuck you, but great, use them. Lagmaron, Tor, like I said, I've mentioned the Wind Barbarian King is fantastic. Once upon a time, Ethna probably would have been good for it, but now that she's been turned into a 5-hit, no good. You're going to be the one who knows which ones are going to work best. And I want to be clear, it's not that every one of your monsters need to have Perna, by the way. Any of the Phoenixes, they are amazing here. If you have a Perna, stick her lead. If you have a Teshar, get her in there. I don't have any of the chickens, so can't do. But just bring your biggest damage lead, and for me, that just ends up being Theo by default because of the mechanics. And then just try to keep it to one healer and have nukes. You don't have to have single hit nukes all the way around. You can absolutely bring Xiaolin, for instance, as long as your other monsters are going to be able to break that shield consistently, because once the shield is broken, when Xiaolin does her third move, it's going to do full damage. But you've got to be able to break that. So, again, this one's more dependent on who you have drawn than most of them. But, I mean, it's a game of RNG. I don't know that there's anything we can do about that. Anyway, I hope this helped in some way, shape, or form. Let's go ahead and knock out that last rift dark.